Well, folks, for anybody watching, we've got a special show for you today. It's the Camelback Mountain. Any of you old enough to know Camel Joe from Camel's Cigarettes, you know, the Camel, cartoon Camel, if you ever wondered where he went, he ended up retiring. And guess what? He's out here in Phoenix. That's him right there. Right there. His head and his hump and his back. For those of you that don't know what a camel looks like. Anyways. We got a special drinking breed today. Instead of doing these videos inside, like I said, since I'm feeling better, figured we'd do a little outdoor adventure and explore and let some of you folks see something other than my bearded white face. So today, sponsored by Mother Nature, I bring you the great outdoors. Not actually sponsored by Mother Nature, come on. This is a non-sponsored video. If you want to sponsor me, let me know. We'll see what's up. Can't be no hokey dokey shit. I'll tell you that much. Anyways, this is what we would consider an overcast day here in Phoenix. For any of you that can see these, the white stuff in the sky is clouds. Thin wispy clouds, but normally out here in Phoenix, 300 plus days out of the year, it's a blue sky. Well, actually a brownish blue, depending on the angle you look at. But if you look straight up, it's blue. Look off to the distance, you can usually see that brownish, dusty haze on most days, especially the bright days. And yes, we've even got the volleyball. Not a whole lot of people wanting to play volleyball. It's kind of warm, but not hot. I think probably if I had to take a guess, mid-90s. There's a slight breeze. Ever so slight breeze. But it's a cool breeze to where you don't get too hot before you get cooled off, you know. By the time the heat starts, you feel it, you get that cool, kind of oscillating fan breeze. If you don't know what an oscillating fan is, it is one of those fans that stands in place and does this. Yeah, that's oscillating. Today's word is oscillation. Anyways, folks, it is rather bright out here, and I don't wear sunglasses, so it's rather difficult for me to see the screen clearly. So if I don't acknowledge anybody, I do apologize for that. I'm looking at a screen, and to be honest, I see my reflection in the screen way clearer than I do what I'm actually recording. So for some reason, every time I wear glasses, it just kind of gives me headaches, you know. And me living in this one of the brightest freaking places in the world, you know, if somebody doesn't wear sunglasses, it's kind of, you know, good at some stuff, but not other stuff. But I'm also not a coffee drinker either, so I'm one of the very few rare people who can't even stand the smell of coffee. I've tried it. You know, I've tried all the mixes, all the flavors, all the whiches and ways you can go, but I could never get past that first sip. That was always no matter how much I wanted to try, it's like, yeah, that first sip is like, oh. I won't go into too much detail, but yeah. It's so hot right out here. This couple with their kids used to be Hispanic when they started this walk. Now look at them. Any farther they go, and it'll just be crispy chicken all over. No, I'm kidding. Just a little heat humor. Try not to offend anybody, so if you're offended, then pull a stick out of your butt and find something else to watch. I will be as polite as I can, but I will not abide by your rules, you oversensitive people. So I apologize for but now's your chance. Stop watching. Go find something else you can relate to that you wanna. I will not finish that sentence, so because it is just too nice out here to be negative. So I apologize. If you guys like the scenic view better than the indoor cluster darkened view, I haven't yet tried the selfie tripod yet out here, but if you watched today's earlier video, that was an indoor kind of controlled atmosphere test. Out here, with it being a little windy, as windy as it is, I mean, it's not overly gusty, but we do have a considerable gust going, and I think I could see my phone getting tipped over with the sharp up gust, so I think I'll hold off on that just for the time being until I can find a more adequate spot for support, on that. If there are any of you out there watching, and you like what you see, like, subscribe, follow, share, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. I've got channels on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, Facebook. So, no matter what your preferred platform is, with the exception of a few, you should be able to find me somewhere. If that is your, if these videos are your preferred preference or preferred choice. I do come up with a few videos that have a smidgen bit of AI generated in it. It's pretty obvious if you watch some of those. So you have a little fun, what if kind of scenarios. Not impossible, but improbable. Highly. Not impossible though. Just to keep people on their toes. The one video I will let you know that had no AI in it, pure straight shot right up the road, was the Paradise Valley one. With the exception of the crack about the toilet paper joke overlaid, There is a spot out here that a certain road you will come across, a certain mountain road you'll come across that. And there is a Paradise Valley out here. It's kind of yellowish, sorta. It's where the medium rich go. And if you notice here at this park, we do have a variety of trees, and that's your typical typical palm tree view all the time, everywhere. I'm not a palm tree fan myself, so I've never seen the purpose of them. Unless you're making something out of a house, you need the palm leaves for roofing or something, or whatever, but any other practical purpose, I see no purpose for palm trees, but yet out here they're like the weeds of the Southwest as far as trees are concerned. And then the massive amount of seeds that they drop, you get enough going there, and it's like when you walk on them, it's like you're walking through a sticky, surfy, kind of rocky, uneven path. It stains the shit out of your shoes, too. Like I said, since I can't tell if anybody's watching, anybody say anything, if I don't acknowledge you, it's not out of disrespect. I can't see the screen, so do leave comments, do like and subscribe and all that other stuff. So if I do look at it later, I will at least notice that somebody at least gave a crap and watched at least a little bit. If not, I'm just going to assume somebody somewhere at some time is probably going to watch this and at least get as much enjoyment out of the sights and views as I do. The relaxation. Granted, I don't plan on being alive forever, but I don't have any kids either, so I'm a little far along in my life to be starting now, so in the off chance that any possible nieces and nephews in my family line down the line want to know about their uncle, they can at least have something to see and not just rehashed memories of whatever, from whoever else's memory. Not that I'm really concerned about not having kids. I mean, it is what it is. But just out of courtesy or, future posture or posterity, whatever. At least this way you can actually have an actual, from my point of view perspective, my actual opinion on it instead of having to rely on faded memories or misinterpreted, interpretations or missed opportunities and blah 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 blah. Not that I have a close relationship with my immediate family, but I'm not a hermit either, so. Just a rather difficult asshole to get along with within a 50, 60-mile range. Anything beyond that, we're cool. I mean, until you start digging in and wanting to antagonize and undermine and ask too many questions, and it's a different story. Don't care who you are. I'm not exactly a very forthcoming type of person. I don't let you know what you need to know that I feel comfortable with what you need to know about. If it's something I don't want you to know about, I didn't do a good enough job not letting you not know about it, so. Anyways, not to be mysterious or secretive or, you know, whatever, but I'm not here to make friends, just here to put my view out there. If you like what you see, that's cool. I know I'm not gonna be some big, infamous individual either, so, and I'm not striving to be. I like to be the guy in the shadows that gets by with working the system, working the people, my puppets. Call me a puppeteer, if you will. I figure if, no matter if it's good or bad, if you know that I'm there doing a job, that where half the battle is, or half the mystery to the figure is blown. In other words, if you know who I am, if I'm doing a job for you, if you know who I am and you know I'm there, it's only because I want you to know I'm there. If that makes any sense to anybody that isn't even watching or paying attention at this point, so take it with what it is, how it sounds. Anyways, like I said, I don't even know if anybody's giving a shit. Anybody's watching or whatever. Yay for you if you are. I guess boo for me if you're not, whatever. If you're not, then I guess I don't have to worry about nobody being disappointed by what they're watching, so. Guess you can say I must be doing something right if that's the case. Like I said, I'm not looking for infamy, riches, or any of that. I'd like to be able to make something to make money to be able to make enough money to be able to, spend a little time doing it and compensating for my time at least, But hell, on these platforms, if you to try to even make any kind of money, you spend your whole freaking day on here being as unoriginal and unhuman-like as possible, and be doing some ridiculous trend that's going on. A bunch of short attention span people. hundreds of thousands, if not a million subscribers or followers, you have to have X amount of hours of view time. You know, you have to do all these little knickknacks and these little obstacles and hoops to jump through to make a few bucks here and there, you know. I don't see how some of you creators can do it. I mean, I'm not even working hell, and I could only tolerate doing this stuff for so long before it's like, okay, you know what? It's time to take a step away and do something to where I'm not enjoying it, you know. I don't mind doing the videos and all this other stuff. Just feel a little underappreciated, underviewed, whatever you want to say. It'd be nice to see something come up here, though, on one of these channels that would make it a little more worthwhile to want to keep doing it on here, because if I don't start seeing something soon, I'm starting to question whether it's worth the effort to keep even trying to nickel and dime the system or not. I would have thought about doing these videos when I still had a job. Some of the stuff I could have shown you at some of these places I worked at would be videos worthy of viewing through the whole cycle, no matter how long. My dumb butt didn't take the initiative and tried starting this sooner. It took me losing my job and just going through all kinds of crap to finally decide at the beginning of this year, January of 2026, to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give this stuff a try. I mean, I'm not expecting anything big or any of that, you know, stuff some of you were going after. I'm just looking to make enough to get by on so I get back on my feet, you know. Get back on my feet, start doing some better videos for you guys, and have something that kind of, some residuals to tide myself or tuck aside or tuck away for rainy days or emergencies, you know. Being single, having no insurance, might sound like I don't have a whole lot of cares or worries or bills or headaches in the world, but believe me, I still have my fair share. I've just made a little better decisions on a few things, I guess, or have been looked out on not being a father yet. The way my life's been going, I don't know if I'd be a financially dependable father at this point in time anyways. These last 8 years I've had a few rough patches, a few bouts of medical issues and unemployment and woes and worries, but anyways, that's enough of my pity soup. Sorry to harsh anybody's buzz if there's anybody watching or trying to enjoy the view or whatever.